Good morning, everyone. This is Gail Dudley with your news in motion. How are you today? Come on in the room, people. Come on in the room. Hang out with me for a little while on this Monday morning as I go through a weekend recap, plus a little bit more news. So come on in the room if you're in here. I am excited to see you on this Monday morning. So come on in the room, people. Come on in the room. I see y'all coming up in here. Good morning to all of you. I see 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 you on this Monday morning. Good morning. Good morning to everyone I see y'all. I see you. I see you. Yes, I do. I see you. Good morning to everyone. This is our weekend recap. So, the first thing I want to ask all of you, what did you get into this weekend? What did you get into this weekend? Let me know. Put it in the chat. Let me know what you got into this. I'm doing this wrong. Y'all know I'm still trying to work these 3, 4 screens, and sometimes it gets a little crazy. So come on in the room. What did you get into? Please, I want to hear. What did you get into on this weekend? What did you get into on this weekend? I'm gonna tell you what I got into. I got into a little bit of trouble. You know that app called Nextdoor, right? The Nextdoor app. Well, someone had made a post, I guess early Saturday morning or late Friday night, about 3 young men were coming onto their property, and you could hear them laughing on the ring, and you could hear them running. They're cracking up. And so Friday night was the home football game here in my area in Olentangy. And I had a daughter that attended the school system. She was a varsity cheerleader. I know what they did. They went to Steak and Shake after the game. They went to Cane's after the game. And then, they did whatever else they were doing, hanging out at people's homes. It was the football team, the cheerleaders, the band, all of them. And so this woman made this post about she was calling the cops on these 3 kids. It was like 12:01 or something that Ring picked up. So she started this thread on Nextdoor. And I normally go in there and find what I want to find. But this thread caught my attention. Y'all, I got in so much trouble. I got it. All right. I see. Let's see. Poshmark listed almost 50 items. I like that. So I made my comment on the Nextdoor app. I made my comment saying, do you have a daughter that lives in the house? Maybe they were flirting. Maybe they were doing a dare because they do that. They're just having fun, right? Well, this post now has, I think, almost 1,000 and something comments, and there is a great divide. And you can start to see the division being what we would call conservatives and what we would call progressives or liberals. And you can see this divide. And so somebody came on yesterday. Saturday, I made a couple of posts and I was cracking up. That means I had nothing to do on this weekend to be a Nextdoor app making these comments. And I get dings every time somebody responds. Well, I made a post about my daughter. I said, my daughter used to attend there. She's now 27 years old. She's a college graduate. She has a good job. I'm going to tell you what they did as high school cheerleaders and football team players and so forth. So I have like probably 100 likes on that post. Well, then somebody on some point in time, Saturday night, I don't know, Sunday morning, 1, 2 o'clock, they either had to have been drunk or a troll. So they started going after everyone who looks like me. Well, y'all, yesterday it got heated. I said, oh my gosh. So I just, yesterday I said, I'm going to just have fun with it at this point. And I was like, well, happy Sunday to you. I see you feeling mighty good this morning. But this person did not have an image. And I said, go ahead and reveal yourself. If you're going to come at us like that, reveal yourself. So people were like, who are you? So good morning to all of you on Nextdoor who asked about, well, who are you? And they're like, we like you. How long have you lived in the area? I lived here a long time. See, y'all, sometimes, I guess it's a little bit of inspirational message, and I'm getting to the news. Sometimes I've been in this area we've been in our house, I believe, for 17 years, maybe 18 years now. And sometimes you just have to lay low. Let people try to figure you out. And then at a certain point, they'll figure you out. And they're like, you've been here how long? Now all of a sudden they want to listen. That's what I did. I got in so much trouble with Next Door app. But it is what it is. Good morning to all of you. What did you do this weekend? That was a little bit about what I did. Yes, Kim Edmondson. Yes. Y'all done figured out how I can call y'all's names out. Y'all just gotta put things in there. So I see Hester did Poshmark listed about 50 items. Good for you, Hester. And let me speak on that real quick. We were looking at some of the comments over the weekend. Let me say this. All of us are at different journeys. We're all at different levels with our finances or life or whatever. So some of you are cleaning out your closet to donate. Great. Others of you are cleaning out your closets, your garage, and so forth, because you are going to list some items and you're going to sell some items to pay down debt, or maybe you're going to sell some items to be able to use that money to invest, or maybe you're selling down items to use that money to donate. Whatever it is, we're going to continue this. And our goal is to get to $1,000 by October the 15th. However that looks. So you're saying, well, I'm not doing that, so I'm not going to have a goal of $1,000. That's okay. Look at what are your items that you gave away. Did you reach $1,000 in giveaway? Whether that's monetarily or if you did it through donating. Our goal is just to do this. So just remember that we're all on different paths. I want to read to you. I see it, team. I want to read to you an email we received from a 71-year-old woman. I haven't even gotten to the introduction yet, but we're getting there. A 71-year-old woman, I will keep her nameless. She said she lost her husband 3 years ago. And when she lost him, they were in a lot of debt. Now, y'all, I hope I don't get teary-eyed early this Monday morning, but these are the things that are happening. And I just want to share these things with you. She goes on to say, I see you, John Gore. Bowling Green State University homecoming, the best time. I saw some of your pictures, and me and Kevin were laughing at you. We were like, look at John here, like in the wedding. Yep, because John was in our wedding. And then we were like, look at John in these images this year at Bowling Green. Yeah, you still look the same, but I'll tell you about that later. But anyway, so this woman, she says she is so happy to have found News in Motion, and she likes the community, and she is so excited because she feels that now is an opportunity for her to make a goal to pay down this debt. She said she's never really shared her debt with anyone because she did not want to be laughed at or accused because of the lifestyle that they lived. She said, however, this goal is a great start. I like that we have a plan to become debt-free come Easter 2022. Thank you so much for your community. If I'm only one person that's doing it, I'm glad to know that I'm among people who will be able to help me on my journey. Y'all, this is why I do what I do, okay? See, I'm getting emotional. 71-year-old woman who lost her husband 3 years, and she says she's in a lot of debt. And she said, this could not have come at a more perfect time. She goes on to say, I'm not a Patreon member. And she goes, honestly, I don't have $5 to give per month. She goes, I don't want anybody to know who I am. I don't want a handout per se. But if there's any extra information you can send my way on how I can get through this debt, I would greatly appreciate it. Trust me, she's going to get the live link to join the Patreon conversation on tomorrow night with Dr. Kim and other information we can share with her. So this is why I do what I do. This is why we do it. Y'all, if one person is helped, that's all the difference it makes. All right, y'all, it is Monday, September the 20th, 2021. It's time for the weekend recap on News in Motion. I am your host, Gail Dudley. Whether you're watching live or on replay, I want to say hello to you, whether it's good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. I'm just so glad you decided to tune in on today. So y'all know what we do, right? Let's go ahead and let's get this party started. Yes, I still be jamming to the music. I'm just so happy that I own the rights to that music. But anyway, y'all, here are the headlines. Now, see, Deborah Johnson says she worked in the garden for 3 hours. Hester says she donated 3 sewing machines and other goods to Goodwill. I saw something else I wanted to pull out of here. I don't see it now. But anyway, so those are some things. Oh, it says, Lori says, my muffin had a cross country meet. Her muffin is her son, a gorgeous little young man. All right, here are the headlines. CNBC is reporting. Y'all, this is amazing. I think we have the image for that. I'm going to look and see, and we do. Y'all, CNBC is reporting that SpaceX Falcon 9 returns. The historic all-civilian mission to orbit was completed on Saturday. The capsule carried 4 private citizens of what they call the Inspiration 4 mission back to Earth after 3 days in space. The mission involved the first Black female pilot, Cyan Proctor, age 51, a professor at a community college. I believe it was in Arizona. So if anybody has the name of the college, please post that. But y'all, this is Dr. Cyan Proctor, and I'm just so excited to see her and to know the work that she has been doing. So congratulations to her and the mission team. So I want to share this, though. One major goal of the Inspiration 4 mission was to raise $200 million for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. It has raised $160.2 million by Saturday. So they're almost there, a little under 40 million. Celebrating after Inspiration 4 splashed down, Elon Musk pledged to contribute 50 million, so they'll make it personally, pushing the campaign total raised to about 210 million. So that's real exciting what they're doing there in partnership with St. Jude. Now, y'all, here's the sad part of it. SpaceX is also under investigation by the Department of Justice after accusations that it discriminated against job applicants based on citizenship status, a probe that began during the Trump administration. So again, this is coming straight from CNBC reporting. All right, let me go ahead and take care of this before we get to the other news. And I'm just looking forward. News was all out of order this week, but it's all right. I'll say it this way because I see Kenny on here. I believe I see my brother on here. Y'all's boys pulled it out. Barely. Yep, y'all, the Dallas Cowboys beat the Chargers 20-17. Yep, barely. They look a little troubled out there. Y'all, Beto O'Rourke is reportedly prepping to run for governor of Texas, since I'm talking about Texas, and that's Axios reporting. Also, y'all, in Texas, the U.S. official says that thousands of Haitian migrants currently residing under a Texas bridge will be airlifted back to Haiti. And that's AP reporting. I didn't forget, y'all. Y'all, the Ravens barely beat the Chiefs last night, and it was late into the night. I finally fell asleep. 36-5. Yeah, that's happening. Y'all, I think I saw Latrice on here. Do I see Latrice on here? Them Steelers. What happened to the Steelers? They got beat by the Oakland Raiders 26-17. And y'all, don't sleep on those Browns. I know my dad was too excited on yesterday. The Browns beat the Texans 31-21. Yeah, I can talk football. I can talk football all day long. All right, y'all, Rakaya Young, age 28, who unknowingly drove into a protest after a police killing in late October 2020, was awarded $2 million. She was beaten by Philadelphia officers. She was allegedly pulled from her car, beaten and separated from her 16-year-old nephew and 2-year-old son. So that is happening. Here are a few foods, I thought I would give this to you, that we eat in America that are banned in other countries. And this is foodor.com reporting. I want y'all to take a look at this list, because I'm like, we need to be careful. There we go. Special K. Kellogg's Special K. The UK stopped Kellogg's promotional ads for Special K cereal due to misleading nutritional claims. But in Denmark, this box of diet cereal was banned in 2004. Yeah. The reason, the high levels of vitamins and minerals that Denmark regulators say could be toxic for kids if consumed regularly. So y'all need to start reading the box labels. Here's another food. Boom. Chlorine washed chicken. In the U.S., it's a commonplace to wash chicken in chlorine. I don't know why, to remove harmful bacteria. In Europe, the practice has been banned since 1997. Then we have poultry from the U.S. is not allowed either. Yeah, They're not bringing that kind of food in there. They're like, no, we're not doing that here. We're not doing it. Here's another one. And my own child was a part of this. My daughter, could not drink anything red. Foods with coloring. Artificial food coloring is in everything from cereals to candy. The rainbow of Skittles is derived from dyes, but it doesn't make it safe for consumption. Yellow dye 5 and 6 and red number 40 have been linked to allergic reactions and hyperactivity in kids. My daughter used to get sick with anything with red in it. Besides, food dyes add no nutritional value to the food apart from making it look pretty. So those things have been banned. And speaking of Skittles, this isn't Skittles, but this is M&Ms. This one is not about a harmful banned ingredient. Sweeten has blocked M&Ms because the packaging of this sugary treat closely resembles a Swedish chocolate-covered peanut brand, M Peanut. A court ruled over the trademark battle back in 2016, effectively banning M&Ms so long as they use the trademark M. And then I want to bring y'all this one. And y'all, this is news. Y'all, we need to know about this. Yeah, meat with rotopamine. Rotopamine is a drug that increases weight in pigs, turkey, and cattle. Y'all, it increases weight in pigs, turkey, and cattle. Yet we eat it. It's increasing weight. It was banned in China, Russia, Europe, and Taiwan, 160 nations in all, because it's harmful to humans. It can cause cardiovascular issues and hyperactivity in the U.S. 60 to 80% of pigs in the U.S. are given this drug. I'm going to let y'all sit on that for a minute. This kind of news we want to bring y'all. Yeah, y'all, this is what's happening. So they're banned in other countries, but we still walking around eating it. That's what we're doing, people. Yep. All right, y'all, let's talk about the booster. I don't know. We don't know if it's a wrap or not. CNBC's reporting an FDA advisory panel recommended giving a third shot of Pfizer COVID-19 vaccine to Americans 65 and older. If you don't fit that age group, it ain't happening. It ain't happening. Well, the committee 16-2 said y'all don't need a booster. Nobody will do it to the 65 and over, but everybody else, y'all don't need it. That's what they saying. So I don't know where it stands. And they have been known that the community, the Biden administration, the FDA, the CDC could overrule it. So we still don't know. And then I just got in from the team that we have breaking news. Let me give y'all this breaking news. Breaking news, the Pfizer vaccine was found to be safe and generated a strong immune response to children aged 5 to 11 years in a late stage study, the company said. So y'all, it looks like the 5 to 11-year-olds are about to get vaccinated. Thanks, team, for sending that over. All right, y'all, let's talk about these masks. But before we do that, let us show you this video, because people are wanting to know what we are doing when it comes to getting commercials. People are asking about sponsorship. So take a listen to this.
Are you ready to raise awareness of your brand, product, or service? Gail, the host of News in Motion and Mimosa Friday podcast, is an influencer who brings attention to every product she mentions. She started out with a few followers and is growing her base daily. Listeners tune in Monday through Friday from around the U.S. and beyond. Let Gail help you expand and connect with new customers from all around. To get your brand, product, or services mentioned on her shows, just contact info.gaildudley@gmail.com to request her media deck.
And I'm seeing some of the comments. I want to pull those forward. Jeffrey Allen James said, where they eat that chicken, I don't know. Kimberly Graves said chlorine. Yep, it's chlorine. Pastor Annette says, I can't drink anything red either. Deborah says, okay, I may have to give up pork. That's Deborah Sneed. Kimberly Graves says, here's Here are the stats I want to know. People vaccinated in the hospital, how long ago were they vaccinated? More than 6 months or less than? We'll look for that. Demia says, great. Our children's hospital is full of COVID babies, and they are. I believe my sister's on here who could also confirm that. So, y'all, let's go to COVID-19. All right, first of all, Chris Rock, his Twitter, he says, and I quote, "Hey guys, I just found out I have COVID. Trust me, you don't want this. Get vaccinated." And yes, he was vaccinated in May of this year, and I believe he did the Pfizer. I believe that's so. If it was 2 shots, so it was either Pfizer or Moderna. And yes, to me and my sister said yes, we are. She works at Children's Hospital. Y'all, as of September the 18th. 148,252 new cases. In the U.S., there are at least one dose. People that have one dose, which is at 64%. Fully vaccinated is 54%. 65 and up, 93% one dose, 83% fully vaccinated. All right, y'all. I want to talk about masks and proof of vaccine. At Carmine's in New York City, we had a 22-year-old host that was beaten by patrons who were coming in to eat. And they had to, in New York, you have to show your vaccine card, your proof of your vaccine card. So that was a 22-year-old. On yesterday, my husband and I went to Costco up here on Polaris. I was like, what is going on? We're approaching the store. Stuff is flying. Now, they're in the section where there's the TVs and other stuff on the left side. Well, the person knew not to throw a TV. He wasn't that dumb, but he was throwing stuff off of the side. And my husband was like, I'm like, we going in here? And he's like, yeah, come on, we're just gonna go around this way. We really need to go in here right now. Because I'm like, apprehensive, like, no. And this was all over a mask. This man was losing it because you have to wear a mask. Honestly, y'all, I don't understand. I really don't understand. And I'm thinking, what is going on? And so he was like, F the mask mandate. I'm not wearing a mask. And I'm just sitting there going, why? Why all of this? Now you got arrested, you got handcuffed, and you were taken out of the store. Why? Was it worth it to do that? So y'all, here's my recommendation. I know I'm nobody. Well, I'm somebody, but I'm gonna give this recommendation. Anybody who has to set the rules at the front, whether you're a host at a restaurant or at a store or at a hotel, wherever you are, have police there. I think we can cut down on some of this because people who are getting paid hourly wage are having to deal with people who have lost their minds. And seriously, y'all, if y'all know me and y'all know my husband, he was like, come on, girl. I was like, you really need that right now. We really need to go in Costco. Do you see what's happening right here? He was like, yeah, they're handling it. This man is throwing things. He is going ballistic. People are gathering. Is this safe? And I did, as we were walking around, because everything calmed down, but as we were walking around, I was thinking, over a mask. Now, people are dying. People are still going into the hospital. So I'm coming back to you, Kimberly Graves. You're right. And it's like, okay, so are you in the hospital because you're sick with COVID and you're vaccinated? Or are you in the hospital because you're sick with COVID and you're unvaccinated? Now, I believe everyone needs to check with their own physician about vaccine. If you have questions, check with your physician. I'm not a physician. I'm not a scientist. I cannot answer those questions. But this is what I do know. I am hearing that people who have been fully vaccinated and end up with COVID, they're not in the hospital and they come out on the other side. Now, what's the percentage of that? I don't know. I honestly don't know. But y'all, I think as Americans, we have a real issue on our hands. We still have countries saying, y'all can't come over here because we won't do what's right. And I don't understand it. I don't understand it. So let me keep going. West Virginia leads the country in recent cases per capita. Even in other states have started to see caseloads decline. Praise God. West Virginia's outbreak has worsened. Around 2,000 cases are being reported each day, more than any previous surge. That's in West Virginia. In the Deep South, was hit harder than the region this summer, but conditions there are improving. We're talking about Florida, Mississippi, Georgia, and Louisiana. They have all seen a decline in new cases. Hospitalizations are also falling. Great, because they're saying because people are wearing their masks. Okay, New England and upper Midwest have so far avoided the worst of the Delta surge, though case rates remain far below those seen recently in the South. Infection levels continue to rise in New Hampshire, in Maine, in Michigan, and in North Dakota. Now, all this, I'm bringing it to you from the CDC. I'm giving you this information, and we have gone through reputable sources to verify all this information. That's what we do here at News and Motion. We're not just going to give you some numbers. We're going to check them out. We're going to see what's happening. So we're happy to report there are declines, but they're saying it's because the mask. Y'all just wear your, I don't get it. Just wear your mask. Do I like them? No, but I just like to have fun with them. I just get cute with them. I find something to match what I'm doing. I'm making sure I'm putting it on, whatever the case. But here in Central Ohio, a lot of the areas are now saying mask required. The signs are on the doors. You get to the door and you don't have it like I did yesterday because I left Costco, then went to Kroger. Don't ask. I was busy trying to make sure that they was dealing with whatever, that I didn't pick up the things I needed. Let me just be honest. So then I had to go to Kroger to get the rest of it. But when I did, I walked up to the door and totally forgot my mask. I ain't asked no questions. And the guy at the door said, oh, ma'am, I have one. I said, no, I have one. Went back to the car, grabbed mine, put it on, went back in. And he was like, wow, if everybody could be like you. Y'all, just wear your mask. Just wear it. I don't get it. Y'all, talking about the pandemic, the global supply chain, Bloomberg is reporting, is still broken. Yeah, the container ships are waiting to enter Los Angeles and Long Beach neighboring ports hit an all-time high of 65 vessels this past week, and they'll wait an average of 8 to 7 days to deliver their cargo. What they're finding, get this, people, get this, shampoo. Shampoo is almost becoming something that people can't find. So don't go rush to the stores and grab up all the shampoo. Just get what you need. You don't need 20 bottles. Get one. Get one. They just only waiting 8 to 7 days. Get one bottle. That's all I'm saying. Y'all, the other thing, coffee. They're seeing a decline in coffee. They can't get coffee over here fast enough. Travel restrictions in Vietnam are making coffee beans more expensive for companies like Folgers and Pete's, which I don't drink that. But anyway, that's what's happening. Y'all, shampoo, they're about 70% down. And it's also skyrocketing the price because it's now in demand. The California ports are the busiest in the US, and they accept the majority of imports from Asia, and they can't get the products out of Asia fast enough. The average transit time from China to the US is now 71 days compared to 40 days in 2019. So just, y'all, be patient. You gotta be patient. You gotta be patient. And we're continuously seeing the effects of what's happening with COVID-19. We have yet another store. Boom. The Sears is closing this last store in its home state of Illinois. I'm not saying all Sears stores are closing, but where it started from right there in Illinois, their last store is closing on November the 14th in Woodfield Mall. This is CNBC reporting. Y'all, Sears Holding, which also owned Kmart, filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection in October 2018. Transformaco later acquired Sears out of bankruptcy and has since closed dozens of remaining Sears and Kmart locations across the United States. Now, hear this, y'all. Sears was once considered the America's largest retailer and employed over 178,000 employees as recently as 2016. Yeah. And the winner is Netflix with 10 Emmys. The Crown, I love that show, and The Queen's Gambit. Now, they're also being sued. So, Netflix, you're also being sued. Yes, the woman chess player, and I don't have her name. I need to find, I'll put it in the chat later. The woman chess player, the pioneer female chess grandmaster, is suing Netflix over a scene in the Queen's Gambit in which the announcer said she never faced men. She did, and she beat many of them. She's seeking millions in damages for putting out false information. Y'all, the TV landscape after Netflix just cleaned it up, including Apple TV as well, with an almost infinite explosion of programming in the streaming era. These awards are important to show what rises to the top in a crowded market. And this comes from Robert Thompson, director of Syracuse University's Bard Television and Popular Culture Center, as he told NBC News. So, y'all, that's a lot that's going on. That's a lot that's going on. So you probably wonder, okay, this is Monday. What we're talking about with our credit and our finances. We have an insurance guy coming on, I believe tomorrow, maybe Wednesday. Could not come on today. What are we doing with the $600 from the Biden administration? Well, that rule has changed, so we may want to hold off on presenting that, and then we'll bring that to you later on. Now for the inspirational message, as we call the Ministry in Motion message now. I want to talk about this. What are you ready to give up? What are you ready to give up? Last week when I was talking about we hold on to things and we started purging. Again, if you came on late, whatever that looks like for you, we're all in different stages. And I read to you what the 71-year-old woman sent in talking about. This came at a perfect timing for her because she lost her husband 3 years ago. They're in a lot of debt and she's trying to pull herself out of debt. And she's glad to be among a community that looks like her in doing that. So some of us may be in this debt path. Others of us may be in, I'm not in debt, so I'm going to donate, I'm going to help, I'm going to give my resources, my time, whatever that looks like for you. Our goal is still, let's reach that $1,000 per person by October the 15th, however that looks for you. If you're not selling things, that's cool, no problem. But are you donating things? And then just keeping a line item track to see how much you donated. And y'all, we're just having fun. We're having fun, but at the same time, we are going to grow together in doing something. And then again, the 71-year-old woman says she's excited to know that she has a timeline of Easter 2022 to get out of debt. Now, y'all, she's 71 years old. And she also shared with us that she has some ailments of her own. So we want to pray for her. No, we're not giving her name. We're going to pray for her. So, y'all, we're going to do this together. But what are you ready to give up? What is it that you've been just saying, I need to give this up? Now, I'm going to go deep a little bit right here. And if you get mad at me, you get mad at me. That's okay. It's all right. But some people, you may find yourself that used to have a glass of wine a night with dinner. But you're finding that you bring that bottle home from Aldi's, that's $5.99 bottle or that $3.99 bottle of wine. And you're finding out that within an hour, that bottle's gone. Maybe you need to give that up, so it doesn't become a crutch or a habit, or it doesn't become something that you can't handle. You may be saying you can handle it now, but can you handle it 2 months from now? When you don't have any wine in the house and you're looking forward and you get real edgy or frustrated or chaos breaks out. Yeah, that's where I'm going today. Maybe you need to give that up. Maybe you need to give up that morning cup of coffee. Don't throw anything at me. Yeah, because maybe you find now that you're finding that you become you have high anxiety, or you're finding that you're having tremors, or you're finding that you just really are off the wall and you're like, what's going on? Maybe it's that coffee. You know, I believe that those of us who have a spirit of discernment, and I believe God gives all of us something that says, that's not good for you, that we need to stop and pause and say, what am I doing that I need to give up? Maybe it's time for us to give up that soda can, all of that stuff that we keep drinking, and just drink water. And we say, oh, water don't taste good. Then buy hint water. It has a little bit of something in it. Just buy something else that's going to help you get over that hump. Y'all, whatever that is, just like when we're dealing with finances, we have to start somewhere. Maybe it's some television shows. Yeah. Maybe the television shows you're watching are allowing you to manufacture other things that's happening in your household, things that don't even exist. But because you're so keyed in on those different television shows, you're now manufacturing the stuff when you see something in your household with your spouse or with your children, or even if you're alone or on your job or workplace, whatever that is. We got to make sure that we're not manufacturing things because we're so hooked on something else that we're watching day in and day out. Yeah, maybe we need to give up our consumerism. We are some serious consumers out here. Maybe we need to give up spending. I'm talking to myself. Maybe we need to give up spending. Really, what are we doing with it anyway? For some of us, me included, now that we can get out a little bit, I told y'all my goal was always Labor Day. Now I've been inching out even before Labor Day, but it's like I find myself in a store thinking, okay, why am I in here? Because I just want to get out. I haven't been out in so long. I haven't done things. So then I find myself I'm buying something like, why am I buying this? So then I took on different projects. Let me start with the bathroom. Let me buy new towels. Why? There was nothing wrong with the towels that I had. So of course when I bought the new towels, and I'm telling y'all a transparent story. When I bought the new bathroom towels, I made sure I cleaned them first and gave the other towels away to Goodwill. Buy, sell, whatever that, or giveaway, buy, give away, buy, donate, whatever that looks like. But y'all, what is it that God is calling you to give up? I believe, going back to something I said last week, if we would just be still and know, if we would just be still, if we would just quiet our minds, quiet our thoughts, just quiet ourselves just long enough to allow that conversation to come forward. See, some of us refuse to quiet ourselves because we don't want to hear the truth, but the truth will set you free. I'm telling you, the truth will set you free. All right, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed today's segment of News in Motion. That was a weekend recap. Y'all know what I say. Let's make some moves, y'all. Let's make some moves.